助けてほしいかナナに。心を燃やせ。限界を超えろ。
Hello and welcome to More Than Headlines, your weekly anime news podcast powered by Audio Technica, made by Australians for global citizens. I'm your extremely humble host, Brendan White, aka the Salt and Pepper Senpai, and joining me in the studio, my trusted co-host and rival, the Shinra to my Arthur, Miss Courtney Smith. How the bloody hell are you?
I'm good. I have spent the past week being a little bit unwell. So we skipped last weekend's episode, but I'm feeling a lot better now and ready to rumble.
Those League of Legends overdoses are a very real thing, so I can understand why you need to take some time off, because that would have hit the body very hard, I'm sure.
Yeah, but look, I actually didn't play League when I was sick. Well, I played a little bit, but I didn't play as much as I normally would.
I love that it goes from like a definite did not to then like, actually I kind of did just a little bit. So it doesn't really count because only a little bit.
Yeah.
But like I technically didn't.
I didn't play.
No, you technically did.
I didn't play as much as I normally would.
Okay.
Is what I'm trying to say.
That's fair. That's fair. I've been grinding out a lot of Diablo 4 as of late. I've got myself a little Blood Wave Necro running around. She's running roughshod through these demons. It's a good time. It's just good mindless violence. You need that sometimes in gaming.
I actually wonder if anyone ever roles a male character in Diablo, because, well, Diablo 3 and 4, because you have to in 2 for certain classes, but every time I talk to people that play Diablo 3 and 4, they're always like, yeah, my necromancer, she is really cool, or my demon hunter, she's the hottest. I'm like, look, I respect it, but does anyone ever pick the male?
Friend of the show and friend of myself, Benny, he's got a big burly bear man druid that's doing the rounds, and we're running around together. But yeah, my necro, she's called Makama, and she's got like the tied back bun with the fringe just like Makama does, the same hair color and the same sort of going to tread on your neck with my boot type of attitude. So it's a good time.
Love that.
I do, and I love being back here. Yeah, we had a little break, had to rest and recover. It's been a crazy week or so. It's going to be a crazy few weeks ahead, because the thought, and it's starting to dawn on me that I'm moving house very soon, and knowing that I've got to sort of pack all this down and then reassemble in a new location stresses me out a little bit now. I'm saying it out loud.
Yeah, no, I feel like moving is one of those things that doing it is so painful as an adult. Like when you're a kid and your parents move, you're like, oh, okay, we're moving, yay, how fun. And then as an adult, when you have all the responsibility and you're the one that has to do all of the packing and unpacking and all the cleaning, it just is so arse.
Yeah. Expensive ass too.
Yeah.
Because like the costs for removalists and end of lease cleaners and all that, if you go down those avenues, is it's not a cheap undertaking. But anyway, that's enough about that. Let's do what we always do here and start by talking about some news. Thanks to our friends over at Ice Tea Aesthetics, where anime meets streetwear. Go cop their new tasty Attack on Titan drop today. And while you're there, be sure to use code Sakura Society 5, that is the number 5, at checkout to save yourself some cold hard cash on your order. But let's get into, where's the drop? There it is. This.
You like the news?
I feel like the suspense made it even more groundbreaking,
Yes. Yeah, I'm feeling especially overstimulated now for news talk.
Yes. And our first story, a new trailer for Dandadan Season 2 has dropped, and with it we got a sneak peek of the opening On the Way by Aina the End, which feels super fitting for the fast-paced comedic action of the series.
Yeah, I thought the trailer was great. I thought the OP is great. I don't think it humps as hard as Creepy Nuts did with Season 1, but the energy and the sound is very much in line with what I'd come to expect from the world of Dandadan. So yeah, it feels like hand in glove. There's a good synergy between artist and art there. And also Moi Moi Tri-Beam forever!
I just feel like nothing can ever top Creepy Nuts. Actually, No, I'm going to rephrase, because every opening that Creepy Nuts have done has been amazing. And I think it's just that kind of like style of music and the genre and that energy really lends itself to anime as a medium overall. So I think Creepy Nuts, no one can ever top them as like
apart from themselves.
Yeah, apart from themselves, truly. But I'm so keen for season 2. I'm really glad that we didn't have to wait super long either. So between Sugoiko bringing the movie to Aussie shores and new additions to the cast, I am so excited. Bring it on. I need it now.
I am so excited, especially knowing that it is the season of Brendan when the season 2 is airing. So, I'm feeling especially blessed and especially loved, and also especially excited because we've got more Dandadan stories to cover here.
Yes. So the second story, Sugoiko, like I mentioned, is bringing Dandadan Evil Eye to Australian cinemas on June 6th. And the film kicks off the thrillingly eerie Evil Eye arc, which began in the last episode of season 1. So in the house with the family, we got that kind of preview of what's to come. And the theatrical event screens last season's start of the arc, along with the first 3 episodes of the new second season, in addition to an exclusive interview with series co-directors Fuga Yamashiro and Abel Gongora.
I am so goddamn excited. I cannot wait for this. Like, Science Saru are cooking with nothing but the best ingredients here, and I feel we're going to be very well fed and satisfied come the conclusion of season 2. Like, even just the trailer for season 2, it feels like it's elevated in a way. Like, the visuals have always been impressive from season 1 right through to now, but season 2, like, I was watching that trailer, I'm like, has the production quality here improved? Has the art style improved? And seeing the battle between Okaroon and Evil Eye play out in this trailer, and then obviously in these future episodes in the film, has me super duper mega hyped. I cannot wait to see this arc sort of translate to screen as we slowly inch closer to the debut of my dear beloved Dandadan friend Vamola, which I cannot wait to see appear on screen very soon.
Oh, okay. I'm hyped because I'm not a manga reader. I'm an anime only for most things, but specifically for Dandadan, I'm choosing to not read the manga, even though I love the world. But I'm curious to see if there's a character that you really, really like. Then I'm very excited to meet them. But also, I think recently a lot of anime have been doing this thing where they kind of package the first like 2 or 3 episodes into a film and you go and watch it in the cinema. I love it, but I also don't love it in a way. Like, I like that I can do that. That's something that I can do and enjoy. But at the same time, I do like watching anime in my home by myself or with my husband, just quietly, and like we can comment between ourselves, where I feel like in a cinema, and especially for something as big and popular as Dandadan, I'm really worried about other people being noisy or disruptive in the cinema, because a lot of people don't know how to act in the movies anymore, Brendan.
It disgusts me. Like, cinema etiquette 101, shut the fuck up. That's what it comes down to. Yes, react and laugh and cry and scream and all that stuff. But if you're yapping with your dumb friend the entire time, I'm going to launch a Malteser at the back of your big dumb head so fast, and I hope it hits you flush in the temple.
Sakamoto style.
Yeah. Maybe not, because I'd probably kill some. Oh, no, I wouldn't, allegedly, because Sakamoto doesn't do that.
That's
wink,
true.
wink. But yeah, it would come with some force because it is so disrespectful, especially to paying customers. And I'm also on the fence, like, when people are taking toddlers to the cinema and they're crying all the time. Like, I know parenthood is very difficult and it's hard to find time to get to the movies, but maybe just wait till they get a little old enough to not just be crying erratically and ruining everybody else's cinema going experience. Like, if someone's yapping or crying during Evil Eye in the cinema, I'd be pissed, Courtney.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring my toddler to Evil Eye, to be honest. Maybe like the Bluey movie or something, but not Evil Eye. But honestly, in saying all of this, we love the work that our friends over at Sugoiko are doing. They're bringing so many amazing IP and films and anime goods and services over to Australia and New Zealand, and this is a massive pickup for them. I'll be attending the fan screening in Sydney, and we're also going to be running a competition so you can win tickets to see the movie yourself. Keep an eye on our socials for more info.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Sugoi doing great things, and shout out to the world of Dandadan doing exceptional things with every page. There was goddamn hurricanes the other day in the manga with sharks in them. That's all I'm going to say. It was a time. I love it. I cannot get enough of this world. And yeah, I'm looking very much forward to getting to the movies to check this out. All right, our final major piece of news for episode 49 of MTH goes as follows. The 9th annual Crunchyroll Anime Awards will take place on Sunday, May 25th, 2025, with the pre-show starting at approximately 6 p.m. AEST and the main show beginning shortly after at 7 p.m. The star-studded event has a huge list of presenters, including our favorite Aussie anime YouTuber Giguk, Demon Queen VTuber Iron Mouse, and famous singer and actress Rina Sawayama.
So I watch the Crunchyroll Anime Awards every year. I haven't watched every one, but for the past 3 years I've tuned in, and of course I'll be doing the same this Sunday, tomorrow. Next week we'll do a deeper dive on the nominees, who won, who performed, because we have some big performances from Creepy Nuts and some of our favorite presenters from the show.
Am I a bad anime fan for openly admitting right now that I've never watched a single Crunchyroll Anime Awards, Courtney?
I don't think so, honestly. I think when I think of the Anime Awards, I feel like it's kind of separate from anime as a fandom, if that makes sense. When you think of music or film or TV shows, say the Grammys, right? I don't watch the Grammys because I'm not that invested in it, but I still enjoy music. So it's still, something I care about, but I don't think too hard about those awards. I think for me, the Anime Awards, especially last year when they had Megan Thee Stallion, it was such an iconic moment that I was more there to see her rather than see who won and things like that.
I think that's a fair assessment. I'm with you. I'm more about the art than the adjacent artists that'll be there, but it is cool to see some of those crossovers and barrier breakdowns between mainstream and sort of anime culture. So hopefully we get more of that this year. So I will stay up to date with what's happening. Will I tune in live at 6 p.m. or slash through to 7 p.m. there tomorrow? Probably not, but I will be playing along at home because I just feel that because it is a very mainstream affair, it will be won by mainstream anime. I think there'll be some titles there that are going to shock no one when we see, Solo Leveling win award after award after award, even though it's great. But I think just due to the hype behind it is probably what's going to sort of carry more weight with some of these nominees that will eventually be winners.
Yes. So, Brendan, I'm going to throw this to you because you have some predictions for who you think will win at the Crunchyroll Anime Awards.
Yeah, sort of backing directly off what I just said, I'm going with who I think will win, not who I'd necessarily pick as my winner. So I'm just going low-hanging fruit here. I feel best main character, probably going to get done by Sung Jin-woo. Don't think that's the case for me from a personal standpoint. Best continuing series, again, going to go with the easy layup here and say One Piece is probably going to cop that. Best new series, even though I feel it can't be classified as new now, we're 2 seasons in already. That's another thing that irks me with some of these awards, but that's a rant for another day. Solo Leveling is going to win that. And I'm going to say Anime of the Year, though. I'm going to go with Frieren, just to sort of break up the monotony of just saying, yeah, solo leveling, solo leveling, solo leveling. I want Frieren to snag something, and I feel it's deserving of Anime of the Year, even though it came out, a long time ago now. Yeah,
no, definitely. And I think as well, with a lot of these bigger overall awards like Best X, Best Main Character, Best New Series, Best Continuing Series, a lot of it is, I feel, shonen dominated. So I think having the fact that you put Frieren in there as a prediction is really good. And I think the awards do lend themselves to the fact that they do have best genre of anime. So best romance anime, best action anime, things like that. So that is something that's good about it. But at the same time, a lot of the major awards will be taken home by those shonen leaning series.
There's 24 categories, so there's going to be 24 separate awards that are going to be announced throughout Sunday evening, and I know you cannot wait to see who takes home Best Isekai. I know you are hyped as hell for that one. And I don't know how, Suicide Squad Isekai is one of the noms, of the 6 noms here for this award category. So that's why I feel these awards don't carry much weight.
Riveting. Truly, truly amazing stuff. When the best isekai comes on, I'll make sure I pay attention.
I will zone out, especially when we see Suicide Squad amongst the noms there. Like, yucky, yucky, yucky.
Lord. But let's get into some rapid fire news presented by Otaku Box, the only anime box with scale figures, voting, and ecchi. Our first story, Yoasobi's Idol won Best Anime Song, and Creepy Nuts' Bling Bang Bang Born won 7 awards at Japan's first music awards.
Both extremely, extremely deserved winners, I feel. Like, we've been pumping up Creepy Nuts tires not only throughout this episode, but semi-regularly here on this pod since we've started, because they just do things differently and they have such a unique and distinctive sound, not only in anime, but I guess in a lot of broader musical media these days, as evidenced by, you said, 7 awards they took home? Like, hat tip to those two legends for that. But yeah, Idol, like, by Yoasobi for season 1 of Oshinoko is an absolute banger. It is a time. I just love just how hard that song starts, like with that bam, bam, and just like gets you going right off the rip. But again, these songs were out like 2-3 years ago. Mm-hmm. Like, I know it takes time to maybe cultivate and put these award ceremonies together, but come on, like, great tracks. But I don't care about like S Club 7 song from 1998 getting some run here. Like, it's 2025, people. Act with more pace.
It's the first one. I think we can cut them some slack on the first one, right? Brenda's like, no S Club 7 in my house.
A little bit of slack, but I feel you've got an 18-month window maximum to be able to be nominated for some of these things. Like, I don't understand the secrecy that comes into, like, sometimes where you see, oh, that came out too late in the piece. Like, you know, a game or an anime that comes out 2 months before the awards, but yet an anime or a game that can come out 2 years before them's fine. I'm like, come on now. Come on. I'm looking at you, Jeff Keighley, you son of a bitch.
S Club. Sorry.
Ain't no party like S Club party.
Oh my God, we should do like a cover. We should do a duet, Brendan.
Okay,
amazing. All right, I'm going to read story 2 for Rapid Fire News. Season 2 of Ranma 1/2 is getting an advanced screening on June 22 in Japan, where the cast will be in attendance to perform a live dubbing session.
Yeah, I just wanted to shout that out because that sounds like such an awesome, cool superfan moment. Like, I wish that was happening in Melbourne or in Australia, because I'm like, I'd be there, because I don't think you'd be able to experience many things like that before, when you're seeing the cast dub these characters live as you're watching and experiencing this fantastic show.
Just crazy. Like, actually, like, the thought of being able to sit at like a screening and have the cast in the same room as you is wild. And not only,
and then have them play the characters,
right? Like, just, I wonder how much you would pay to go to that.
Too much, and I don't care.
You know,
I don't care.
Fair, very fair.
Take my money, Ranma 1/2.
All right, let's talk about what we've been watching this week. While I've been unwell, I haven't had much energy to watch anime, but I have caught up with a few things. First of all, My Hero Academia Vigilantes, episodes 6 and 7. We finally got the backstory of Stain, one of the villains from the original series, and it's really fucked up, actually. So that was episode 6, and then in episode 7, we get some more backstory on heroes, villains, and vigilantes, and how the 3 groups came to be after quirks popped up, and how, you know, they kind of brought in the rules and regulations around quirks and quirk usage, and how, you know, if people are using their evil quirks, like some quirks were labeled as more villain skewed, while others were more, I guess, hero skewed, how that system kind of work. Because of course, if you have a more villain skewed quirk but you aren't a bad person, then how do you become a hero, right? If people are looking at you and saying, no, not allowed, you have an evil quirk, you can't be a hero, then where does that leave you? And that, to me, I thought was really interesting.
It really was. Like, this is going to be weird to sort of say out loud, but I feel that My Hero Academia Vigilantes is sort of one of the sleeper hits of this season, because MHA, it's a monster franchise. It's globally renowned, globally loved, and yeah, globally talked up, sometimes a little bit overhyped, depending on who you're talking to. I don't agree with that. But I don't really see a ton of people in our direct and indirect anime spheres talking about Vigilantes at all. So I've just been really enjoying this ride that they're taking us on. I'm loving this sort of fresh and gritty take, like you mentioned, where they're sort of typecasting you based off a quirk, even though you want to do good, and they're like, you know what? No, that might scare some kids. Like that's evil. Sorry, you can't do good. And it's like, who are you to decide? Like, if someone wants to do good, let them do good. So I like this sort of social commentary and stereotyping and just judging based on appearance and vibe and ability. Like, I think that's something that we can relate to all over the world in a whole host of ways. But like you mentioned, the content and focus around Stendhal, and then seeing how he became, like, he went from the vigilante and then became the villain known as Stain. I feel that that's probably some of the strongest storytelling that they've done so far in these first 7 episodes. And it was heavy and dark and messed up because this dude just wanted to do good. And yeah, same thing, like had a quirk that's a little debatable as far as, that's good adjacent as far as taking control of people by being able to lick their blood and whatever else. Like it's a whole thing. But then seeing him like disfigure himself and cut his damn nose off, you're just like, what the hell is going on? So I like that we do go from funny and cute sort of college romance tied in and around, a couple of our sort of lead characters, and then shifting to this darker, more morbid tone, seeing how Stendhal becomes Stain. Like, it's really good. I'm really vibing it, Courtney.
I love Vigilantes, and I think I love it more than the original series. And obviously it wouldn't exist without the original series, so having the context is really good and really important. But I think, like you said, it's just grittier and darker and more mature, and I'm really, really vibing with it.
And I love just the usage of text and words during the combat all the time. Like, it's so slickly done.
It's so good, and it really, like, pays homage to, comics, which is what it was inspired by. And I think that in itself is really nice and kind of reflects the time period almost that Vigilantes is set in, just because we know this is prior to My Hero. So, kind of a call back to older comics kind of thing. But yeah, when I saw him cut off his nose, I had to like rewatch that scene just because I was like, did I just see that happen?
It was a lot.
It fell on the floor and I was like, oh, what? I need to rewatch. Like, I need to process this. It was very intense.
So good.
Something that hasn't really been intense though, and was, as I said, back when we did our seasonal review, My Happy Marriage season 2. I actually didn't realize the last 2 episodes have finally been released because we had a big delay on those. So I got around to watching them. It was fine. Season 1 was definitely more interesting to me, and I don't know if it's just because it had more of a focus on Mio as a character and her growth, and this season was very much the things happening around her. Like, she did have some growth, but I feel like it wasn't as focused on her, or maybe like the overall plot points weren't as interesting. But if there's a 3rd season, I think I'm going to be skipping it because it's just not for me.
Yeah, this 2nd season, how can I describe this? Kind of like a poo sandwich where the poo is the bread. The poo is like both pieces of the bread, because it started really sloppy, really stinky, ended similarly, but in the middle, I really enjoyed the insides of this poo sandwich. Like, it was free of poo, it was just delicious, tasty treats, because there was some wholesome love, there was some nice character development, there was some empowering moments with our leads. But yeah, it ended, and it feels like they missed an episode. Like, it stealth dropped these final 2, and they got rid of Usui, the main villain, like in the blink of an eye. And then also, they're also like, oh, we know you've killed everybody, so it's all good. Let's reconcile and try and also sing Kumbaya and be a big happy family, even though you're the man behind this evil organization trying to turn people into demons and all that. Like, so the story and the pacing was just so messy and so skewed. I do enjoy that we got some nice wholesome love to end, but yeah, it felt super rushed and super uneven tonally. And yeah, Mia has some good moments, but yeah, in the end there too, when she was still a little meek and uncertain on a few things, I'm like, come on, girl. You just saved the world here. Like, you're a bad bitch. You've got a fantastic husband who has just quit his like important job just to live a, like, minus spoilers, to live a nice, comfortable, wholesome life with you. And yet she's still doubting and second guessing things right up to the last minute. And obviously it does end on a bit of an open-ended sort of whoa moment. So we could get a third season, but yeah, it was just inconsistent, Courtney. A poo sandwich.
I think there are a few things I need to unpack here first. First of all, I'll say I think the other issue I have with My Happy Marriage as a whole is that it's very predictable. Like, I know what's going to happen because it's just so, like, it knows that it wants to be sweet and it knows it wants to make people like feel like, oh, it's so romantic and happy and they're in love and I love this feeling. But because of that, it becomes very predictable. But there are ways you can do romance without being predictable, right? Like, it just felt that the conflict was so external, and even Mio's inner conflicts became external issues. And it was like, I just don't care. Like, there's not enough here for me to, you know, want to bite into. Speaking of biting into, a poo sandwich, Brendan?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think it's a good way to describe it. That bread layer, the top and the bottom, or the beginning and the end in this metaphor, it's not good. It's poo. You don't want it. Maybe it's a cow patty. It's a little bit easier. It's a little bit more solid, but that inside still got some goodness that you want.
I just think on the topic of a poo sandwich, first of all, I wouldn't go near one. And if someone said to me, oh, but the inside's fine, you can eat the inside, I'd be like, no, that's been touching poo. I don't want any part of that.
And that's why you would miss out on these good middle episodes from My Happy Marriage.
Well, I didn't miss out. I watched them and they were also poo, just a different flavor.
So you've been chewing on a poo sandwich all season now.
Me and everyone else.
But yeah, sadly, it was a very fumbled ending.
Yes.
All right, my random thoughts for this week. I've got a bit of an assortment. First one, Courtney, I've got myself a new obsession, and it's called My Bias Gets on the Last Train. We're talking a mature mid-20s characters, so we're out of sort of the high school era. We're in sort of the university era here. Modern day slice of life romance where every night Yuan gets on the same train at the same time, the same ride, same routine, very monotonous. He's very sort of he's got a very set schedule. His life is sort of, you know, pretty rinse and repeaty, but there's this girl with a guitar who keeps catching his eye, and mine too, I must say, who also rides this train at roughly the same time every other day as well. One night they start talking over their shared love for the indie band known as Long Afternoon, and things start to shift, Courtney. But get this, Hayeen, who is the female in this discussion that we're having here now, she's not just a fan, she's also the voice behind the band. So we've got some young adult will they, won't they romance. We've got some really cool musical vibes. We've got some really relatable themes because Hayeen, she just wants to remain anonymous. She doesn't want the spotlight. She's had a couple of traumatic events in her earlier formative years. And it's just gorgeously drawn, really well written, a little cheeky, which I appreciate because they are sort of more of a mature age. So there is some flirting and some alcohol and some naughty times potentially involved. It is just a good read. Only 27 chapters out. I smashed through all 27 chapters in one night. Now I'm disappointed because I've got nothing else to read, but I am so in on this ship and this story.
Okay, you answered one of the questions I had, but when you say like she's not just a fan, she's the lead singer of the band, I was like, wait, did she not like tell him? Like, that seems really weird. But if she has some trauma and that's the reason that she's not telling him that she is the lead singer of this band, it makes a bit of sense. But also, I feel like it would be really weird to like fangirl over your own band. Like, if someone said to me, they're like, oh my God, I love, you know, More Than Headlines, I love this podcast, I'd be like, oh yeah, like I do that podcast. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, me too. It's so good.
Yeah, like she's not doing it in such a strong way like that. She's like, oh yeah, I know the band.
Right.
I like their music. She's not saying like, man, how good is the singer of this band? Like, I want to be her friend. Like, she's very much on the periphery and sort of just trying to downplay it all. And
Right.
I guess having Ewan in her life now is almost like helping repair some confidence and some doubt, because the only people that know she's in this band, apart from obviously herself, is like her uncle and a couple of sort of session artists that come in and record some of the instruments for her. Like, outside of that, the world don't know. They've got like an anime looking sort of inspired avatar that's sort of the mascot of Long Afternoon.
Right.
So we're sort of starting to see her come out of her shell, but also juggle the like, do I tell this man that I'm starting to have a bit of a crush on that, hey, that's me in this band? So it makes you wonder how long she's going to wait when she does say it. Will there be a big rift that's going to happen here? Like, is he going to be like, hey, you've lied to me this whole time? Like, hey, Ian, like, I've been crushing on you, been crushing on this music, and it feels a little dishonest. So I'm curious to see how that conflict is going to play out. But it's a great read. It's fun. It's cheeky. And as I said, it's gorgeously drawn. Like, I'm a big fan.
You'll definitely have to keep us updated then, because this sounds really cute.
Yeah, we'll do. Another high level thought. And we were talking about openings and endings earlier. I feel that spring might become the season of the banger OP and ED for 2025. Like Kowloon, G-Quacks, Hero X, as well as Witch Watch. Like 4 absolute bangers that I blast repeatedly on my Spotify playlist at the moment. But sort of segueing across to Kowloon, I think it continues to be a fun and intriguing sci-fi ride, but the pacing the last couple of episodes has knocked it down a few spots in my personal rankings for the season. It's sitting at number 6 for me out of my list of 25. I've overshot my 20 that I promised I would sort of adhere to pre-season. But also, I'm wondering if that sort of slippage down the rankings also tied into me watching one of the episodes with the English dub track on. The vocal delivery, Courtney, was not the best, and it did not hit anywhere near the same way as the J track did. So I'd say if you haven't checked this out, or you're starting to see these English dub tracks appear, a week or so behind the sort of premiere episodes, maybe just stick with the Japanese, because that English did not resonate with me the same way. It's still fun, but yeah, it's not hitting the same way it did in the first maybe 5 or so episodes.
I just want to come back to your discussion of openings and endings, because to add to that list, and I've already spoken about it, but the Black Butler Emerald Witch arc opening is insanely good. Windbreakers season 2 opening, love. Vigilantes, I never skip it. Like, all of these openings, I never skip. They're so good, but I think my favorite opening this season is definitely Chibi Hero X, which is Inertia by Sawano Hiroyuki and ZK Ray. So good. I put it on my regular Spotify playlist, and I never do that for anime openings.
Yeah, I had, like, looking back through my notes, I had plus, because I'm like, I know there's a few more, but I can't remember what they were off the top of my head. So thank you for highlighting those, because yeah, they are also straight fire that needs to be in your ear holes immediately. But yeah, we're spoiled. The opening and the ending for G-Quacks especially, both really good, but I feel the ending is slightly stronger than the opening for that one. On the topic of To Be Hero X, episode 7, titled 3 Seats. Holy shitballs, Courtney. Holy shitballs. I love that we get a lot more 2D animation in this episode, and the fight between the old and the new E-Souls, absolutely killer. Like, I was just eating everything up they were serving to me here. I feel this series just continues to deliver week after week after week, and I am absolutely loving this world. I'm loving the characters that they're constantly introducing us to every couple of episodes. Sitting in the amazed tier, sitting in my number 1 for the season so far, because I can't fault it. I really can't.
No, it's so good. Everything about it is amazing. The fact that they are so good at ending every episode on a cliffhanger just astounds me. Like the end of episode 6, I was like, yep, all right, not going to spoil anything, but that was very intense. And then episode 7, I had a theory about who was like the mastermind behind all of this, 2 E-Souls whose, ordering the hits on people, what's happening here. And I predicted it, but even when it happened, it still shook me, just the way that they did it and explained it. I was like, okay, like even though I had a feeling, even though I knew, I was like, this is so well done that I'm still so excited to know that this is the twist. And now that we're coming to a close on this E-Soul arc, I'm wondering who will be next, which hero will be next. And I think it's in order. So we've had heroes ranking 10 and 9. So I think next will be 8. Is that correct?
I think that's correct, yeah. And I like that they're taking the time with this first season. Like, it's 24 episodes, and all they're doing from what I've seen online and done a bit of reading, all they're doing in this first season is just setting up the tournament in season 2. So this first season is just world building, character introductions, getting all these backstories. Like, I love the pacing of this anime. I love To Be Hero X. And yeah, even though we have sort of, predicted and sort of seen a few of these twists coming, it doesn't mean they don't hit any less. Maybe stop killing a lot of people just with gunshots to the head. I've noticed they like to go to that formula. That's sort of I guess it's tried and true, like it works. But like, we're getting a lot of that in these first 7 episodes. But other than that, that's about all I could say is a negative, because I love everything on the screen. Like you mentioned, that opening track just gets you going. And it's, again, another little funky beat. And the lyric is so good as well. And just showing all these characters that are going to be coming our way on the screen in episodes to come has me hyped, because I can see there's already some characters there that I'm going to fall in love with, and I'm going to love to hate, and I'm just going to hate to love at the same time. Like, there just looks like a really cool, diverse, assorted roster here, and it's special. It seriously is.
I think if there's one anime, now that we're halfway through the season, if there's one anime that you watch, make it be To Be Hero X, because this show is so beautifully done. There's so much love put into it, and I cannot get enough.
I cannot either. And a stark contrast to where I said avoid the English dub of Kowloon. The English dub on To Be Hero X, which is like a simul drop as well, is really, really, really strong.
Ooh, I haven't been watching the dub. Maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's a good time. And the last one I wanted to highlight, which you also mentioned has an absolute banger of an opening, Windbreaker. It continues to smash, Courtney. Continues to smash episode after episode after episode. And episode 6, titled Hidden Feelings, I think it's going to end up being one of my favorite overall anime episodes across everything in 2025. It was really, really special. I love seeing Tsubaki's backstory. It was very heartwarming. Seeing him learn to accept what he loved in life was fine, and sort of seeing him finally feel comfortable in his own skin, no matter what he's wearing, whether it be clothes and makeup. Like, it was really, really touching and really, really heartwarming. And like, hat tip and much love to Ito and Yui, the beautiful elderly couple that sort of helped get Tsubaki on this path. There was some scenes in this episode that were just so beautiful and so emotional, not only between directly with Yui and Tsubaki when they first like get out the lipstick and put it on, and just how sweet and tender and raw those moments were, but then just seeing the story of Ito and Yui play out in this episode as well. It was just beautiful from front to back, and it smashed me right in the feels. Amazed here. I love it. It's sitting in my top 5 now. I think I've got it at 4 for the season run so far. And this episode is just a strong, strong, strong episode in a series of strong, strong, strong episodes so far. But yeah, Hidden Feelings, chef's kiss, perfection.
Yeah, so I watched this one last week, because this is last week's episode, and I am 100% with you. I liked that it did slow down to kind of explain everything. We didn't have as much of the violence, I guess, that we normally have with Windbreaker, which I really enjoyed. And seeing, for these characters, how they, despite being, the big group, Bofuri to like all together, we do get to see the individual highlighted in these moments and how precious that is. And I really, really like this episode.
So good. It was so beautiful. Like that part at the end when they confirm with Ito that the tree that she planted in the back actually had this big deeper meaning about love and whatever, because he lost his beloved wife several years ago, and he's just been going through the motions and just doubting if that arranged marriage actually had real feelings around it. And it was just such perfectly told storytelling that had so much heart and just so much realness. And I think a lot of people can take a lot of good out of that episode because it got me good, Courtney.
Yes, it was so beautiful. And then I just watched the newest episode, and
quite a contrast.
It's very, very different. So that was fun. Love a bit of pole dancing. Who doesn't?
Yeah. Shout out.
Yes.
Shout out to the workers out there.
But let's go into our final comments. I want to shout out that Anime Trivia is coming back to Fortress Sydney and Melbourne, hosted by your favorite anime podcast hosts, Brendan and myself. For more info, check out our Instagram and make sure you get your tickets before they sell out, because this is a ticketed event. Tickets are $10 each, and you can go, if you participate and you win trivia, you can get some really cool prizes.
Yeah, we've got a ton of swag to give away, courtesy of a few fantastic sponsors from the show here, like Segoikov stepped up again and given us some great stuff. Ice-T Aesthetics have thrown some stuff our way, and also Fortress themselves are coming to the table with some really good gifts for the prize as well. And there's a cosplay competition in between rounds 2 and 3 of the anime trivia. So there is going to be a great multifaceted event running in parallel in Sydney and Melbourne. So yeah, as Courtney mentioned, we are both going to be hosting at the same time, just in different locations, which is pretty cool to think about. So it's in a little under 2 weeks' time. Get your tickets in before it sells out, because it is a very limited ticketed event, but it's going to be a good time. We hope to see you all there.
Yes, I am so keen.
I also wanted to mention that next week brings up our 50th episode. We have hit the big 5-0 here on More Than Headlines, which will see a departure from our usual show structure. Instead, we're going to be peeling back the curtain and getting a little bit more personal, answering a ton of fan-based questions, just having a good old time. There is still time for you to get some questions into us, whether you want to reach out to us directly on the socials, whether it be to Courtney, myself, or at the Sakura SOC, or we've got a specifics page in our Discord server where you can drop your questions in as well. Links available in the show notes, so be sure to get those questions in and we will answer just about anything.
Yes. Well, I think we would answer anything, to be honest. Like any question, literally anything.
Okay. All right. We will answer anything.
Yeah. So any question you have, but a big thank you to our producers, Orny, Duffer, and Matthew C. Your support means the world to us. It helps keep us running. And even if you're not supporting us in a paid aspect, even if you're just supporting us by listening, liking, showing up in Discord, checking out the Patreon, and just reading there, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. And if you do want to support us, you can do so at patreon.com/Sakura Society.
Or you can get some merchandise over at sakurasociety.co/shop. We've got a great assortment of t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and some various miscellaneous house-based items there. sakurasociety.co/shop. But Courtney, that brings us to the end of another episode of More Than Headlines. It's been great jumping back in the studio here with you. Hopefully you are feeling 100% soon, because we've got a 50th birthday party to get to next week.
Yeah, what the heck? It's honestly, I am so glad to be back. First of all, it was very nice to be back in the studio after our little break last week. But yeah, 50th birthday party. I mean, would we call it a birthday party? 50th birthday party?
We could if you want to. We can call it whatever we want. It's our podcast.
That's true. Let's just not call it a poo sandwich.
No. We won't be serving up any poo sandwiches
No.
at the birthday party. I guess if we're doing like bread based, it's got to be fairy bread at a party, right? We've got to go nostalgic like that.
Fairy bread, Freddo ice cream cake, the like 12 pack of donuts you can get for like $5 at Kohl's, like just the cinnamon ones.
And the giant family pack of party pies and little mini sausage rolls.
They're good.
That sounds like a party I'd love to go to.
That actually sounds amazing. I'm so hungry.
Me too, actually. I'm starving. Starving. But yeah, thank you each and every one of you, both locally and abroad, for checking us out. We've got a lot of fantastic international listeners. We seem to be popping up in all kinds of random countries all the time in the charts, which is awesome. So thank you, no matter where you are on planet Earth, for checking out this little Aussie podcast. But whether you're anime be subbed, dubbed, or still yet to come, enjoy yourself, and much love to all the gorgeous waifus and husbandos out there. Goodbye.
Mata ne.